Seacrest County has become the ultimate place to speed, a playground for the most exotic cars and drivers in the world. But this is not a lawless place. Constant competition has led to the creation of the world's fastest police force, Seacrest County Speed Enforcement. The SCPD spare no expense to redline it all the way and make you pay. Every day, new drivers still show up and attempt to tame Seacrest County and outrun the law. The pursuit for the ultimate drive starts here. Which side are you on?
Entry in the Roadsters Reborn race event is confirmed. In this showcase event, you will unleash the true potential of the Roadster as you compete against other drivers in a race along the Seacrest County coast. Use your driving skills to outmaneuver the opposition and take a medal. Your reputation is measured in wanted levels. Currently, you are not registering much activity and are classed by the SCPD as a Level 1 speeder. The greatest drivers win the races and outrun the law with style, and are classified as Level 20, Most Wanted. Your daily activity is measured as bounty. The harder, faster, and more dangerously you drive, the more bounty you will earn. Win races, beat your rivals, and stay one step ahead of the cops to increase your wanted level and get access to new cars and entry into the toughest events. Your car is equipped with a race-spec nitro system. Use this system to gain a rapid acceleration increase. Nitros will only charge if you drive dangerously. Drive in oncoming traffic lanes, near-miss other vehicles, drift corners, and take shortcuts to gain the most nitros. This race has restricted entry requirements. You can choose any of the available cars to drive in the race. Some cars are locked at this time and will become available as you increase your wanted level.
By taking an idea back to the basics, the Boxster Porsche engineers have realized a long-held dream. The dream of a roadster that is more original, more sporty, and more liberated than ever. By taking an idea back to the basics, the Boxster Spyder is based on a pure, lightweight design with no comfortable extras. Featuring a tuned version of the proven 3.4-liter flat-six Boxer engine, which sits just ahead of the rear axle, the Boxster Spyder weighs only 1,275 kilograms. There is a noticeable kick in acceleration when compared to the other two models in the range, and the car is always alert and willing to change direction. No air conditioning, no radio, no cup holders, no door release levers. This is the lightest Porsche you can buy, and one that returns to the formula applied in creating the classic 1950s Porsche 550 Spyder. Power, passion, performance. The Z story continues. New tech yet old school. A new shorter, sharper design, batched ahead of the front doors with the famous glowing Z signature that double as side indicators. The front engine rear-wheel drive layout is the way a sports car should be. The engine with variable valve event and lift, VVEL, thumps out 332 bhp and 270 pounds per foot of torque, propelling the car to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds. The genes of the Z are running through every new curve, edge, and sculpted corner. The window is reminiscent of the original 1971 240Z. It's still low, it's still aggressive, and now it's got boomerang taillights.
Roadster unavailable at this time. Suspect has entered the residential area off Memorial.
Horatio Pagani and his team have once again created a piece of art able to speed over 350 kilometers per hour. Created in Pagani's Modenese studio, only 5 Roadsters will be built complementing the existing 5 coupes. The 7.3-liter V12 Mercedes-Benz AMG engine howls like a wild beast when the throttle is opened. This is accompanied by the sound of air rushing into the air intake, positioned just above the driver's head. The Carbo titanium monocoque needed only a slight redesign, due to its unique strength, to deal with the absence of a roof which when removed is stored in the front. The wheel nuts are made entirely from titanium and feature the Pagani logo.